Welcome back and welcome to our first game of the season. This is supposed to be our cream puff week. We're playing Texas State in this game here, and they're pretty much equally as bad, actually a little bit worse than we are. So the first thing we're going to do is, you saw me during the setup segment, is set up our recruiting points. This is the first time we actually get to give points and start looking at the future of our school. See Steven Nunez there. He's a 4-star recruit from Ruleville, Mississippi. And Brett Horn there. We have the lead on him already. He's a 3-star recruit. And what we're going to do is go ahead and divide out our points, do a little bit more scouting on these guys, see what their really overall score is, and see if we can rebuild a team. Now, if you saw my team needs, it said that I needed a halfback and a linebacker, but I think I need everybody. What I'm going to do is recruit all these players, because this particular year was after a 0-12 year, if you remember from the last episode, and we really got to build this team up. And so we're going to recruit a bunch of 3 and if we can 4-star recruits, and start from the ground up. And hopefully some of our players that we have this year, as long as they're not seniors or go to the NFL, which I don't think we're going to have a problem with, will stay with the school and become better themselves. So if you look, I targeted our pipeline states, and everybody I targeted also from our pipeline states had some kind of interest in southern Mississippi, so they're not going to be as hard to recruit, and we're going to get a lot of bonuses to recruit these guys, being that they're from our pipeline states and they already have interest in Southern Miss. If you notice this 2-star recruit here, Joe Turner, we're already in the lead for him, and we're only down 325 points for Chad Anderson from Alabama, but he's only a 2-star recruit. Here's J.J. Anderson. It's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and scout him, and he's got +2 overall by doing some additional scouting. In the next episode, we'll do even more scouting on these guys. See, Corey Hopkins, we're in the lead there by 200. We're down by 300 on this 4-star halfback. So we may, and he's +1 overall. So we may go ahead and, let's go ahead and give him a lot more points here, because we want this 4-star recruit from St. Petersburg, Florida. Go ahead and start with 350 on him right now, and we'll see where we are next week on him, and we may increase that. See, John Kemp here is also a 4-star recruit from Hollandale, Mississippi. He's a guard. We're going to go ahead 400 on him. Cole Lister, 3-star recruit. We're in his 5th interest, but I think we're only down by 380, so we can get up on that. We're going to get a lot of bonuses on him. Michael Kirk, we actually did some recruiting, and it was -2, but we're in the lead for him, so we're going to use a little bit on him. He is a 4-star recruit. Let's go ahead and go 300 on him. We'll see where we are next week. And this defensive end, Dan Carter, we'll go 115. Let's do some. Oh, he's actually a 66. Let's see, Jeff Rollins. We're in the lead for him by 220, and we get a bonus of 255, so we'll go 60. I want to spread these points out because I don't want to be missing any of the recruits. You know. Let's see, Johnny Campbell, 61 overall, 3-star. We're in 3rd place, only down by 230. DJ Long, I think we can move up on this guy here. Let's go and scout. We got +2 overall to him, speed of 80. And we get a +235 bonus on him. See, only down by 155 for Hunter Watkins. He's a guard too. We'll know by week 3 where we're heading with a lot of these players here. Okay, Reggie Jackson, another halfback. We're down by 510. We have a few other. It's actually a +1 overall. We have a few halfback prospects here. We're way down on him. We'll know where we are next week and see what we have to do. Raymond Porter, he's a 4-star recruit, and he's one of those guys that we can use in multiple positions. So let's go ahead and put a lot of points on him. We want him. We're down by 595. We're going to go with the full 500 on him. See if we can't get that guy. Because there are a lot of things that we could use him for in our scheme. Say Ross McClellan. We're down by 340. Eddie Brown. We're in a lead for him, so we're not going to put quite, but he's only a 2-star. Say Mike Branch. He's a 3-star pass rusher, defensive end. Go ahead and put 100 on him. And Al Gates, halfback. I know we got a few halfbacks under the microscope here, but we're going to go ahead and put 200 on him. And in an episode or two, we'll probably drop some of the prospects out and focus on a few instead of the many. All right, I'm going to take some of this off of Al Gates because we're getting near our 5,000 limit, and I still got a few. I got 35 total recruits here, so I don't want to use. I want to look at least all of them a little bit here. So I get here a 2-star recruit. We don't have to put much on him. We're not far out of the, and he's actually -1 overall in his total score. Let's see, Terrence, he's a 3-star defensive tackle. Trey Williams, we're almost 500, wide receiver from Brookhaven, Mississippi. And here's Reggie Smith from Wiggins. We're in the lead here. But I think we'll give a little bit more points there so we stay in the lead, hopefully. It's a 1-star recruit and a 2-star. I think that will do it for now until next week. And it's time to play the game. It's Texas State Bobcats, who you can see that we're actually 74-68. We're supposed to beat these guys, and this is a home game for us, so we should win this. And this, for just about every team out there at NCAA, is they always play somebody who they know they're going to beat. Every once in a while there's a tough game. And remember last week I told you about that. I think it was Virginia Tech, Alabama, which is an unusual first game of the year. I'm interested to see how that comes out. See their ratings there. They had an 82 overall guy there. But let's see how we do against this team. Remember, we were ranked 111th, and I think they were like 124th.
NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
And here we go. First game of the season. The Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, at M.M. Roberts Stadium.
Let's head down to the coin toss now. It's brought to you by Coke Zero.
Off to the coin toss. They pick tails, and it's tails. I rarely ever win the coin toss for some reason. And, of course, they're going to kick. Computer, very rarely have I ever seen it actually defer or not defer the kickoff. And we're off.
And there's the opening kick of the season.
Parker to run this back. Got some good blocks. I'm going to try to squeeze around the outside. 28-yard return, not too bad. And Drew VonEric. So Drew was my dad's name, and VonEric I just made it up. But that's my coach. That's me. So, in the past when I played this game, I usually do really well running, and I'm going to stay to that game plan because, number one, I'll run the clock pretty well. Number two, I won't throw interceptions because I don't know how good Broussard is in throwing the ball. We will find out. Last time I played Southern Mississippi, the quarterback, I like to be a rolling out of the pocket passer while wide receivers are getting open, and he was a guy in the last game I played that could not pass on the run. I was throwing interception after interception, missing the targets completely, so I'm not going to do that this time. Got some good blocks here, 3rd down and 1. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and go with I'm looking for a fullback dive. Let's get that 1 yard with our fullback. Let's see what our fullback can do for Southern Mississippi.
They stack the line of scrimmage here. Let's see who's got the stronger lineman.
And we got a break there. We barely made it over the line. We got 3 yards rushing. It says we got 3 yards. It looked like a yard and a half to me, but we'll take 3.
And that running back did a good job of reading the blocks to pick up the first down.
Well, we'll try a pass here in a few minutes to see.
We've got a 1st and 10.
How our quarterback is going to do. So here we are. We're going to go ahead and try a pass here, see what we can do. Wide open. Oh, drops the ball. First pass of Antoine Broussard's career, and the ball is dropped. Hopefully that's not a sign of what the season is going to be like in the future. So 2nd down and 10. I'm going to try the same play since he was wide open. Mason was wide open a minute ago. Maybe he'll be wide open again. And he is. And this time he catches it for a nice 23-yard reception.
Good job to identify the weakness in this defense. Any good offense will exploit those
Nice catch.
over and over again.
And I just stayed in the pocket. It was nice to be able to stay in the pocket. I had protection. Obviously, Texas State isn't that good in the pass rush here. Now, I do like to run out to the right. When I do run, got a great, did some great cuts there and got a 15-yard rush with Jeff O'Neal. But I like running or rolling out to the right as long as the defensive end isn't good and I roll out and I can make some great throws. But sometimes those my right guard is not very good. Oh, 4 yards rushing there. Sometimes my right guard isn't that good, and they break the tackle of my right guard and chase me down. And if they have a fast defensive end, it doesn't appear like this Southern Miss quarterback is very fast. They will catch me and sack me, so I need to watch that. Or worst case scenario, I'll throw an interception. So here we go. You can see. Touchdown. 19-yard touchdown reception. Beautiful. Now, one thing I'm going to do in this series I didn't do in the last series is I'm going to simulate Texas State's possession of the ball after I score. And pretty much I'm only going to play offense in these games and simulate the defense. So South Carolina lost to North Carolina. It's too bad. So much for playing a cream puff at the beginning of the year for South Carolina. We're going to kick off to him, and then I'm going to simulate here in just a moment. Good run back for them. 1st and 10 on the 24. And I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the next change of possession here. So they punted for 41 yards. We got it for a fair catch. We have the ball on our own 36-yard line. So let's see if we can put some more points on the scoreboard here in Hattiesburg and get our first win of the season and knock off this cream puff and increase our ranking better than 111th in the country. So Jeff O'Neal, 5-yard rush. It's got 32 yards already. 6.5, basically 6.5 yards rushing. Not too bad.
From their own 41-yard line. 2nd down.
And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and rush up the middle again. Wide open. I've noticed that this team, usually when teams play me, box me up in the front with 4 down linemen, my running is very crappy. Only when they open it up with like a 3-man rush am I able to run. This team, I've sort of been able to run on them no matter what they've been putting on the front. We'll try a pass here. Oh, see, they blitz me there. X is open. Beautiful catch. And they're not going to catch me. That was a beautiful play there. He drops his coverage on me and falls down, and I run it all the way in for a touchdown. So great play. 2-touchdown lead already in the first quarter against Texas State. So sorry if you're a Texas State fan. Don't mean to embarrass you here, but back at this time, you guys were a crappy team. Sorry. So I like to kick off to the left. That was a crappy kick. It's not going to be in the end zone, so he's going to run that out. or he's going to run it. Oh, they pancaked me. The guy I was controlling, and they get it out to 30, like the 31-yard line. And I'm going to go ahead and simulate. To the next possession, yeah. Well, they fumbled and we recovered. So we recovered the fumble on our own 37-yard line, which is pretty good. They were driving in for at least a field goal, so we stopped them. Defense has been playing pretty good. We got 2 stops on defense already and a fumble recovery. And he misses tackles. He basically ran through 3 tackles there. The third one actually got him, but he broke 2 tackles there. So we already have 60 yards basically after the first quarter, because I'm only playing 5-minute quarters here. So that was a really good run.
1st and 10. Ball on the 49-yard line.
Let me go ahead and do a pitch out to the run to the left here. This is probably a zone run here. And first down, 12 yards rushing. Pretty good. O'Neal is a beast. 72 yards, 9-yard average. So we got 6 first downs already. I'm going to run, try to stay away from the throw a little bit. Y is wide open, connected. Did a quick cut in, made him miss the tackle. So this is working right now, but this isn't Arkansas, and this isn't Navy, who I play next. They're going to be a little bit tougher, I think.
First down, 10 yards to go.
This is what is my team? Who's my players? I got Allen, Gross, wide receivers. A screen pass, perfect screen pass, got a great block. If I can run it up, if I can get somebody to come back and block behind me, that could have been another touchdown right there. They thought they had me, and they were fooled. Got 194 total yards already, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter. So easy. Oh, I thought that was going to be run in. I'm like on the 1-yard line, maybe the 2-yard line. That was Adam McHenry. No wonder it wasn't O'Neal, my running back. So he must have been out of the game due to be tired. I didn't even watch that. So still, you see number 30 there. That is not my normal running back. Number 29 is O'Neal. So let's see. Maybe I'll do the fullback dive here. Let's see if the fullback can punch it in again. Oh, and he does not. So we know his limitation now. Stacked on the goal line, fullback run is probably not going to bust through. Let's see what we got here. And O'Neal is back. So now I'm going to give it to O'Neal. He'll get us in there. And he gets us in easily. Well, not easily, but he gets through and gets us a yard, and that's all we needed for the score. So now we're ahead by 3 touchdowns. We're going to go ahead and kick a field goal. Extra point here. And the extra point is good. Go ahead and do the kickoff, and then we'll simulate again their possession. Going to kick off to the left. Oh man, number 2, Ohio just crushed their opponent in that game. And Oklahoma State beat Mississippi State. Notre Dame 27 over Temple 17.
Well, this defense has got to be proud of what they've been able
Tennessee
to do.
wins over FCS East.
Love to see the goose eggs up there for this defense. And the way their offense.
South Carolina loses. Number 8, South Carolina lose. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead. So they punted for 49-yard, 13-yard return. So we got a chance here to put more points on the board already. Texas State still unable to score on our defense.
And most of those yards came through the air.
This defense needs to improve from front to back. The line needs to put more pressure on the quarterback.
Try to do the option here, and number 97 had that pretty much covered down pretty well. He was ready for me to flip that ball out to my running back. And if I would have done that, I probably would have put the ball on the ground, or it would have went right into his hands. So that's one thing I'm trying to perfect is my option play. because I believe it's a great play. And you usually get a lot of yards every time you do the option. But seem to have a hard time. It seems like every time I try to run the option, it's Jeff O'Neal again with 8 yards. But every time I run the option, they seem to have it covered pretty well. So I'm 2 for 2 on third downs. Let's see if we can make it 3 for 3. And I do. And I try to do some trucking there, but I did get an extra few yards there. Got a 4 yards on that rush. Got 85 yards total already. 7.7 average and 1 touchdown with Jeff O'Neal. So let's see if we're going to do some, get the ball in the air a little bit here. See what we can do in the air. See that defensive end, he's fat. Oh, he missed me. So that's a fast defensive end, but he's not able to catch me. And we've rushed for over 100 yards as a team. Look at it. He was, oh my God, he almost sacked me. So 10 first downs, we're getting a lot of experience. Maybe we'll get a upgrade on our coach when we're done with this game that we can apply to become even better. Because the first things I like to, particularly the offensive and defensive coordinator, is the stamina of this team really sucks. The stamina is really bad. Finally caught me in the backfield for -1 yards. So you need to get that stamina up, because I can't be, you know, I've noticed before, if I started running a lot with my quarterback before the stamina thing is full, he will be tired after 2 plays and in the red, which means he's going to throw an interception or he's going to get sacked. So let's do some, see if our, going for it all. Oh, that was, I should have thrown a tight end. He was open. I wanted to test the long ball there to see what we had on our arm. He could get it down there, but he didn't lead it enough, and the defensive backs caught up to the ball. And if it had been another team, that would have been a simple interception. Yeah, can't complain. No, we're ahead 21-0 near halftime here.
Third down again.
I'm trying to score before halftime to put a few more points, because those of you know who play this game, and just like Madden, it likes to, for some reason, you'll try to even the game out a little bit. Here comes the defensive end after me, and I threw it away right to Brandon Lee. See, if I was playing any other team, he would have been running back with that ball. Probably would not have caught him. So I got to watch that. 4th and 11. I'm on the 42. Too far to kick a field goal. That'd be a 57-yard field goal. I'm going to go ahead and try to throw this. There's 20 seconds left in the game. There's no reason why I can't try to aim at X here. See if he can get over. Yeah, X. And I don't know how I caught that. I do not know how that happened there. I mean, it looked like it went into the defensive back's hands, and somehow I'm running with the ball. That is amazing. 12 seconds left in the game in this half. Let's see if we can score a touchdown. We're 2 for 2 for touchdowns in the red zone and wide open. 27-0. Antoine Boussard, 3 touchdown passes, 162 yards, but that stat is deceiving. Go ahead and kick a extra point here. That stat is deceiving because at least twice it went right into defenders' hands, maybe even 3 times. And look at that, Virginia Tech knocks off #1 Alabama. And I told you last week, when we were looking at the top 25 before we even started any games or even advanced it, that would be an interesting game to watch. And #1 Alabama already knocked off by Virginia Tech. That was a game to watch for the week. Oh, accidentally. I was trying to do a hit stick on that guy, and I hit the start button instead. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the quarter here, because he's not going to do anything with 6 seconds or 4 seconds, whatever it is. If we get the ball at the start of the third quarter, unfortunately for Texas State and any Texas State fans. Actually, we did not get the ball, but we have it now. I actually simmed them. They deferred to kick. Now we have the ball with 3 minutes, 59 seconds, basically 4 minutes left. Doing a wildcat here, but this is going to be a pass. Rolling out. And there we go again. See, that's what I'm telling you. I'm getting away with it with Texas State, but if I play Arkansas this crap, I'm going to get pounded. It'd be 28-0 going the other way, or at least 21-7. Southern Miss 21 to Arkansas when I play Arkansas, because those are SEC teams, and they're going to be this cream puff Texas State, ranked 122nd in the nation. They're going to be in the top 30, being an SEC team more than likely. We're basically going to be Arkansas's cream puff to see what they got before they start conference play. Of course, if we can knock them off, that'd be very good for us, and maybe we get some votes to get in the top 25. Maybe for 3-0 and knock off Arkansas, maybe we can start getting some votes to the top 25, but I probably doubt it. We're probably going to have to be 6-0 or 8-0, maybe even 9-0 before we start getting votes. We'll see how that works out. Of course, I'm being very optimistic, saying we're going to be undefeated. But beautiful pass, Anderson. I can't believe he broke that tackle. Let's see if I can get in the end zone. Oh, got to the 4-yard line. 59 yards. Big user gain. Beautiful throw. The defensive back was not able to close it. See, I bet when I play a SEC team, they're going to be able to close that. So our first 3 games of the year are against non-conference opponents, and then I start in-conference play, which are not. Oh my God! I finally threw a pick. See, and he just pancaked me. Let's see if we can't catch Parker. They're going to be a pick 6 right here. The good news is, I guess I get the ball back and get to go all the way back down the field again. So 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, just threw a pick 6. And the longest interception return in NCAA history. And I just made history in a way you don't want to be. Now I'll be in every highlight film and ESPN all weekend long. All right, so we got the ball again. We're on the 26-yard line. I think we should stay on the ground. Even though I've been doing well, Broussard, keep it on the ground. Let's start to run this clock out.
A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
We've watched this guy play, and over the course of his college career, he's made some spectacular tackles. Nice play.
We'll stay in the pistol. I like having a fullback lead the charge when I do the run, and I'm going to run right here to the left and see what they got there. They got a gap there, even though I'm going to cut. Oh, I just ran through 3 of them with the truck stick. That was Adam Henry. He's got 13 yards rushing, not too bad. Now my running back is back, number 29, O'Neal. Sorry, pardon me, I got a little bit of a cold today I'm trying to get rid of, and here it is in the middle of summer with a cold. They're cheating up on the line, trying to stop the run. So they know we're going to run, but I got 1 yard rushing and got the first down. So the clock is going to tick, tick, tick. So you see my offensive line is already starting to get tired.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 37.
So with a priority score alert, let's see what's going on there. Clemson is pretty much just tying it up with number 5 Georgia. Oh, look at that. Threw it right in the hands of the defender. Again, another lucky break. So, like I said, I need to stay on the ground. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm trying to even up the passes to runs to make it a balanced offense. But, hey, you know what? If you're good at something, stay at something. Push it in, 3rd and inches. So is this where I use the fullback dive? Let's see.
Once again, they'll come to the line, trying to convert on
Third down, I'm 5 for 6. I'm going to just go bash it up the middle here with O'Neal. He can get me that first down and more. He's running like there's nobody even there. 16 yards. I needed 1 yard, got 16. He is a beast. 117 yards already. Keep playing like this for a few games. Maybe we can get him in that Heisman look. I don't think we'll make it with the quarterback. He seems to be intent on throwing this game away to the other team. Rolling out to the right. A's open. Gonna throw it to A.
He's taken down at the 30-yard line.
Pedro McLean, 1 reception, 7 yards. So I've been spreading the ball out a little bit with my receivers, making sure that seeing who can catch and who drops the ball. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the receivers being able to catch the ball and run the routes correctly. And we're at the end of the third quarter. We're going to go ahead and start the fourth quarter up by 21 points.
And 1 to go. Golden Eagles with a 3-touchdown advantage.
And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and just run it up the middle here. You can see they're oh man, he pancaked my fullback. Number 30, he wasn't even there. I don't know what he was looking. He was looking up in the stands or anything, but he got put on his butt and he caught me from behind.
Short yardage situation here. It's third.
That's funny. Thanks a lot, number 30. I tried to do the halfback option, and usually that play really pays off. See, because he went after my running back, but they were just ready for me. And 2 people caught me. 4th down, I'm going to go ahead and kick a field goal here. I'm going to go ahead and add a few extra points here, make it a 4-score game. Well, at least a 3-score game, but a lot of 2-point conversions that he is going to have a hard time catching me if I start making some major mistakes or fumbling or throwing interceptions or they get an onside kick, whatever. Make it hard.
The kicker looks like he's
Don't make it too easy for the computer to come back and beat you. You don't want to lose your first game of the year to a cream puff. Remember when Michigan got beat by Appalachian State, and that was, I mean, it's still the talk now. It's been, what, 10 years? I mean, that doesn't compare to this game. I mean, these are both 1A schools, but still talk about that game today.
Both teams are well aware that a score on this drive
So,
is going to create
a little bit less than 4 minutes a game.
This defense has really
We got our
gotta
field
step
goal.
up and make a stop.
We got the ball back. You know, I was just sitting here playing, and I forgot to look to see how we got the ball back.
Sets him up nicely with a 1st and goal.
I don't know if they fumbled or something because we're on their side of the field. Maybe they went for it on 4th down, and our defense shut them up and got a turnover. So we're about to score again here. In the red zone. 1st and goal. Looks like we're on the 7-yard line here. Running it. O'Neal, almost unstoppable. He got us down to the 2-yard line, it appears. 154 yards, 8.1 yards rushing. We really got to check that Heisman watch. Look at it. They're all cheating up on the goal line, and I'm going to rush it down the middle. I'm going to have to run to the outside. Oh, Henry. That's Henry. He gets a touchdown, too. Adam Henry, 3-yard run.
This is what an offensive lineman hopes for.
37-7.
To impose his will on the defense.
Maybe I should just stop the pain now for him and go ahead and send him to the end of the game. I'll do it after the kickoff, and let's see. Go ahead and kick off to the... Yep, I'm going to just go ahead and send it to the end of the game. And it ends 38-7. And we got an achievement unlocked. Keep them honest.
Thanks for joining us for
So
another game of
I would have made
NCAA
the running back
football
the player of the game. They made my quarterback the player of the game. I think that's sort of funny. Let's go ahead and look at our player stats. And since this is the first game of the year, this is basically we're figuring out who's who in the zoo here as far as our team goes. And who's going to be our star receiver, who's going to be our star. Looks like I got an upgrade available. We got a lot of points there, which is great. Let's look at game stats here. I want to look at the player stats. I don't care about the scoring summary. And our quarterback, 10 for 16, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Jeff O'Neal, 154 yards, 8.1, and a touchdown, 41 yards after contact, yards after contact. So yak yards. And receiving, pretty good here. Anderson, 103 yards receiving, 59 yards, 1 touchdown. No sacks, though. I know we got, actually we got 2 sacks here, or 3. So Burks was a defensive tackle. He got 2 sacks. Robinson got a sack, 2. So not too bad. But of course, this is our cream puff game. Like I said, I'm sorry if you're a Texas State fan and you Googled this on YouTube and you got this great Texas State video to watch as your team got crushed by Southern Mississippi. Sorry about that. Okay, Drew VonEric is now level 2. Saving in process. Maybe we'll go ahead and put these points on him now. Go ahead and go back to the coach tree here. I'm going to go ahead and put these coaching points on. So I got 1 head coach, and I'm going to go ahead and spend this on the prospecting because for the recruits. There you go. And go ahead and save that. So now recruiting level 2, I'll get a little bit of extra points here. And I think I want to go ahead and advance the week because I want to see the rest of the week's scores in the top 25. And maybe I don't see how it can happen. We are ranked 111th before this game played. Let's see if we get any votes for first place. I mean, not first place, at top 25. I highly doubt it, but you never know. We'll take a look. So a lot of you may be asking, why is he playing Southern Miss? Well, I wanted to play a tough schedule. I wanted to play with a team that wasn't very good, and as many of you know, Team Builder is not working anymore. And I built a team in Team Builder, went to save it, and it had an error. I've seen there's ways that I think I can get other teams if I knew other people's IDs, but I don't know anybody else's ID. So it looks like next week, week number 2, we're going to be at Navy. That'll be a little bit of a test. They're a big running team, and Navy has been pretty good over the last 10 years. So they're 0-0. We are their first challenge of the year. Let's go ahead and look at the top 25 here. So you see Virginia Tech is now ranked in the top 25. They only got pushed up to number 21, which is surprising. They weren't ranked at all, and a knockoff number 1. So you see Alabama dropped to 10th there, and everybody else, it appears, just filled in the gaps. Of course, number 8 lost too. They dropped out of the top 10. But Alabama dropped to 10th. Clemson got beat. They lost to Georgia, number 2. No shot there. South Carolina lost to UNC. And they play Georgia next. So South Carolina, man, what a tough schedule. And let's see if anybody else received votes here. Boise State, which I think we play Boise State coming up. Or maybe we don't. I can't remember. No, we don't play Boise State. We play the San Diego State. So we got them coming up in a few weeks. But San Diego State's been pretty good too. They're no cream puff. And I think that's, let's look at the conference here and see who all in our conference won. Looks like UAB, Middle Tennessee, and Marshall all won in our Conference USA East. That's who we need to be number 1 in our conference on the East to play the championship game, the West. And I think that's going to about do it here. And so that's going to about do it here, guys. So be looking out for next week's game. or I should say next week, but the next episode where we play Navy. That should be a very interesting game. And we'll see you next time.